Alright, hola, como estas everyone? It's episode 45 of Zero to Hero as we look to try and complete our first season playing for Real Valladolid in La Liga. And we're up against another Real in the form of Real Sociedad away from home. And as you know, or you should know if you've been following the past couple of episodes, we've had a fantastic start to the season. But obviously, you know, we're going to have to play pretty well in this episode to kind of keep up to those heights. But anyhow, we did 14 minutes in concede a bit of a sloppy goal. Our goalkeeper coming out, I don't know if there was a shout from him. You'll see it now just as this cross comes in. Our goalkeeper ends up tripping up our centre-back and he's on the floor in no man's land. And even though fair play to me, I got on the line, I just wasn't able to stop, that strike hitting the back of the net. But we, you go again as a footballer. I picked the ball up on this right-hand side, floated the ball in towards Enes Unal, who is forming, so far, a decent partnership with me, both on and off the field. And, like I said in the last episode, he's big, he's strong. He's a type of striker that makes my life as a wide creative player a lot more easier. And I'm going to be looking to try and link up with him as much as possible. So here again, 47th minute, floated towards a back post. And it met him, but the header hit the bar, unfortunately. And we weren't able to capitalise on the rebound. But a close game away from home. 52nd minute, I'm doing a bit of tracking back here. Long punt forward over the top of our defence and over, unfortunately, the top of our goalkeeper as well. The former Manchester United man, Adnan Januzaj, is the man who just had enough pace to obviously beat the offside trap and, of course, beat our goalkeeper as well to restore Real Sociedad's lead. Quick goal kick from their goalkeeper. Ball lands towards me. I spot that man again in the form of Enes Unal. Direct ball forwards and a fantastic finish from the Turkish international too. I think he's a Turkish international. He's definitely obviously Turkish, but I'm not sure if he might play for a secondary nation. I'm not sure, but I gave him a bit of stick in the last episode in some of the early games because his finishing was a little bit off, but you know what? He's pulled his socks up, and both me and him, we've created both goals for Real Valladolid together, and the question was whether or not we'd be able to find a third. I do tend to come in narrow at times and then play that type of ball out on the overlap towards the right back, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but the opposition goalkeeper did really well there to go down in time and just parry the ball away for a corner. Should I do better from there? I mean, to be honest, I'm not really sure how I can orchestrate a better finish at that type of angle from there. So if you've got any tips, any pointers, do let me know in the comments below. Enes Unal came very close to getting his hat-trick as his header was obviously saved. Another chance there where all I needed to do was tap the ball in, but the centre-back got to it just before I did. And unfortunately, we couldn't do the same down the other end in the dying moment. So it did mean that Real Sociedad got an almost last-minute goal. It was a almost last-minute winner thanks to Oyarzabal. And, despite my 8.5 rating, it meant that it was our first loss of the season. Disappointing, but, it's a game away from home. And, it's good that we also got in Team of the Season alongside Unal, alongside Lopez as well. So, the Valladolid front three, of whom I am included, making Team of the Month, which really, shows that we are linking all up pretty damn well. Up next, I was actually dropped to the bench despite the 8.5 rating. I don't think it's because of any poor performances. I think it was more of a, kind of way to let me accumulate a little bit more stamina. And whether or not you think that took its toll on the team is up to you to decide, because we did go 1-0 to the worst. Medujanin, that's a tongue twister and all. To add insult to injury, he scores and runs straight into the post. I came on at half-time, but unfortunately, rather than playing right wing, I was playing more of a deeper role. But I think it actually worked quite well for me. It wasn't too physical. I was able to pick the ball up off the defence and just ping nice balls forwards. It's nice actually playing from that kind of deep role when you've got decent players around you making decent runs. And obviously, when you're a decent player too, which we probably weren't too much of technically early on in our career when we played most of our central roles. But yeah, anyhow, run from deep. I managed to drill into the box, but again, that tight angle, trying to shoot across goal. It wasn't saved by the goalkeeper. It went just wide, and I think really I should be looking to hit the target from there, try and get a rebound back off the goalkeeper, or try and hope it goes out for a corner. But unfortunately, I wasn't really able to do any of that, so that was disappointing. Trying to do some defending duties here. I leave the big guy up front because he goes into the centre-back zone. Centre-back doesn't follow him. I think one of the full-backs really played him onside. Like, I'm not sure why number 28 there was pushing into me. It's almost like he was marking me rather than marking the runner. And it did mean that we went 2-0 down. Straight from kickoff, though, I intercept the ball, ping it out wide to number 10. He plays it back to me on the edge of the box. I shoot, but again, it's agonizingly wide. 3 chances, I think that is now for me this game, and put each and every single one wide, which is disappointing, but also positive in a sense that we're obviously intercepting the ball like so. We're winning the ball back. We're getting forwards, and our entrance onto the pitch has certainly helped us create chances. One-on-one chance for me. Could not believe that didn't go in. That was reminiscent of some of the BS we've seen in the Championship. Coincidence that it happens to say VAR. As that happens, I will leave that one up to you guys. And yeah, Sevilla then put the icing on the cake, or the cherry on the cake in their case, given what they're wearing, to make it 3-0. It was kind of like United and Chelsea in real life. Chelsea didn't play as bad as 4-0 suggested, and I don't think we really played as bad as 3-0 suggested in this game. We had more than enough opportunities to get back into it. It was a 4.5 rating for me. But I guess it's one of them where when I get a 4.5, I don't know how the rating system works. When I get a good rating, I get a good rating and it makes sense. So, yeah. But it does mean that obviously we are still 4th in the table despite losing twice, because this early on we've still won 4 times. So, really, no complaints for a team that are just looking to stay up. And for us, obviously, it's too early to jump to conclusions, but if we're still in and around the top 6 come Christmas, then you have to start wondering whether or not we can actually get a European spot. Because, like I've said before, it feels like we have the firepower up front. The front 3 in the team of the season showed that, and of course, Michel putting us 1-0 up there shows that it's not just the front 3 of me, Evie Lopez and Enes Unal who can contribute, but we also have depth to come off the bench to allow squad rotation to occur as well. And when you got a player like Michel who can finish like that, happy days. So 1-0 away at home, against Getafe. We need to try and get as many points from our home games as possible, but not when your goalkeeper's playing like that. So, I mean, nice celebration from Mosquera. Not really quite sure why the goalkeeper, he's called Van Bladderen, but he's goalkeeping like he actually is bladdered there. It feels to me like that shot was quite like straight on. Like the goalkeeper, I think, should do better from there. I win the ball back, which is something I've been doing a lot here in Spain. Again, the lack of physicality is helping me, and the fact that I have the technical ability to see that pass, but to also play it into the path of the maestro Enes Unal. To equalise is even more satisfying. So look at that. I think a couple of episodes back in Japan, I got a couple of assists like this to... I've honestly forgot his name now. Played with me at Kashima Antlers. Guy that's joined Barcelona in real life. Yeah, we had that same type of understanding, and someone compared my playstyle slightly to Kevin De Bruyne. I think I may have said as well that goal was the equaliser. Obviously, it put us back in the lead. Another similar type of ball over the top towards Enes Unal. One thing that AI is a bit poor at doing there is in that kind of situation, it kind of pulls the trigger and tries to shoot rather than tries to hold the ball up. Lovely 1-2 between the front 2, and really should have scored there. I think it's Plaza playing up front on this occasion, a player that I don't think you guys have been exposed to too much up until this point. And that is why I say this point, because he's just scored a goal. And he's been clotheslined by Mikel, so maybe we should stick some, oh my god, JR, clothesline! WWE commentary over the top of that one. But yeah, happy days. I was expecting us to have to dig deep in a lot of these games. I was expecting a lot of these games to be quite difficult. I was expecting a little bit more physicality than in the Championship, but I am loving I'm absolutely loving life in La Liga at the moment. I've got no idea how my teammate missed there. Like, I still did poorly not to score, but how on earth he missed that, I don't know. But yeah, that is basically it. A shorter episode than usual. Quite fortunate, actually, that I've actually found the time to record this one. I've been so busy, so busy. I'm hoping the bank holiday weekend helps me record a little bit more. You saw the table there. It's looking really healthy. 8 appearances, 2 goals, 3 assists so far. Like, our return so far is actually better than we had with Blackburn in the Championship. I was then basically dropped. I don't know why. I think it's just resting me. And unfortunately, we only drew to SD Huesca, who are a team basically at the bottom of the table. So we probably should have done a little bit better than just draw against them. But hey, you know, we're above Barcelona in the table. We're above teams like Sevilla. We're above teams like Valencia. So let's not moan too much as things currently stand. If you enjoyed the episode, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.